Now at 5:30, how a community is taking care of a 7-year-old girl who walked away after a plane crash killed her family.
Also on WKYT this morning, a woman is fighting for her life after spending more than an hour trapped inside her wrecked out car.
And the story behind the strange sight in Arizona where a bobcat got trapped inside a car.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's the first Monday of the brand new year. Welcome aboard. Here we are on January 5th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you're having a fabulous start to the new year. It's hard to believe it's 2015.
Here we are.
Yep.
And a lot of folks will be going back to school, of course, getting back into the routine of things. And it's going to be very, very cold this week ahead. So let's check in with WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's going to be really cold. I mean, we're right there in the teens and 20s this morning and staying dry. But that's actually, kind of warm compared to what we're going to be going through during midweek. Life's got camera. There's your shot. People are now getting out on the roadways. As kids are going back to school, people going back to work. There you are. Now we're starting to see that pick up on the roads. 18 now in Frankfort, Lexington, Georgetown. My friends there in Scott County, Mount Sterling, and then work your way into Paris. We're sitting there in the teens. Go down toward the south. We're sitting in the 20s. And look, we're not going to rise that much more. Down south, I think we stay in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees. But most of us sitting there in the mid to upper 20s, staying dry. But tonight, that's when we start to see that snow kind of dive on in here. But really, it's for north of I-64. How much are we expecting? Because they actually have a winter storm warning just north of the river. I'll go over the latest forecast accumulations and all coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Let's get to the news.
We are learning some new details about a plane crash in western Kentucky that killed 4 family members.
A very sad story over the weekend. Investigators say only 7-year-old Sailor Gutzler survived the crash Friday night in Lyon County. Her parents, her sister, and her cousin died. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is joining us now from the live desk to explain how she may be able to help the investigators. That little girl may actually be able to help out. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. The National Transportation Safety Board arrived on the scene yesterday to begin their investigation into the crash that killed the 4 family members. Investigators say the Gutzler family was flying back home to Illinois from Florida when the pilot, Sailor's father Marty Gutzler, reported engine trouble over western Kentucky. They believe he was heading toward Kentucky Dam State Park Airport, but investigators think clouds may have made a visual landing difficult. The plane crashed less than 10 miles from that airport. The 7-year-old made her way from the wreckage and walked nearly a mile through dense woods to a nearby home to find help. Larry Wilkins says he heard a faint knock on his door, then found the little girl standing outside.
She was barefoot. She was barefooted, by the way. She had one sock on her feet, and she walked all that distance barefooted. Brave little girl. Extremely. She done a hell of a job as far as I'm concerned.
The plane was upside down. She utilized her non-injured arm and hand to free herself from the aircraft.
Police say Sailor was still strapped to her seat. She only injured her wrist in the crash. They say she used her good arm to free herself. The NTSB hopes to have a preliminary report on the crash soon. A final report could take more than a year. Now, meanwhile, friends have set up a fund to help Sailor. We have a link to that site on WKYT.com. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, back to you.
Hillary, thank you very much. It took Lexington firefighters more than an hour to free a woman from her car after it crashed into a tree. That happened last night on Dolan Lane off Leestown Road. The car was flipped onto its side and wrapped around a tree. The driver's side was crushed. Nearly 90 minutes after the crash, firefighters say the woman was finally rushed to UK Hospital.
We requested a helicopter to come to the scene due to the length of time of the extrication on this patient.
Police say she suffered serious internal injuries. She was the only person in the car.
An argument between a father and son led to a deadly shooting in eastern Kentucky. State police say Bernard Rice shot his son, 51-year-old Tommy Rice, over the weekend in the Viper community of Perry County. Rice died by the time troopers arrived. Bernard Rice is charged with second-degree manslaughter. State police have not said what the 2 men were actually arguing about. Police arrested a man accused of shooting into a Lexington home with a family inside. Police charged Antoine Woods with several counts of wanton endangerment. He's also been charged with being a felon in possession of a handgun. Last week, police say Woods fired shots into a home on Honey J Court. 7 people, including several young children, were inside at the time. No one was hurt, but bullets did damage windows and walls.
Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher has placed that city's chief financial officer on unpaid leave after he was arrested for public intoxication and disorderly conduct. A police report says Stephen Rowland was in a state of disrobe in public view with a prominent female city official Friday night inside an SUV. Thousands of students, including those in Fayette County, are heading back to school today.
The end of the holiday break comes at the same time there's been a spike in flu cases. WKYT's Mark Barber is live to explain how you can protect your family. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Yeah, doctors say that this flu season has been much more active than normal. And they say that most of this Christmas break, schools have been spending disinfecting classrooms and hallways. But doctors say as students head onto these buses this morning and get back to school, they're heading into the classroom during peak flu season. Now, before Christmas break, widespread illness in schools shut down 5 central Kentucky school systems. Now, doctors say it could get even worse because we are now in peak flu season. Now, health officials say good parenting could help slow the spread of the sickness. They say if your child has flu-like symptoms, such as fever, sore throat, and aching muscles, keep them at home.
I hope that most parents will evaluate their children, and if they have any symptoms that are suggestive of the flu or other respiratory illnesses, that they'll keep them home.
Now, when it comes to protecting yourself against the flu, it's not too late to get a flu shot. Doctors say that it is somewhat effective. Now, they also say good hygiene could help you stay safe. They say it's easy as washing your hands. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, with dangerously cold temperatures expected this week, those who help the homeless in Lexington are jumping into action. The Catholic Action Center wants to make sure everyone has a warm place to go. The director says she's rolling out the Compassionate Caravan. Volunteers will be out looking for people without shelter and ready to give them a ride. The center also needs help sorting through donated supplies.
We do not want anyone in Lexington, Kentucky to freeze to death in our streets. And we need volunteers to help us be prepared with these cold weather supplies that will keep folks warm.
If you're interested in volunteering, head to God's Net today or tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock this morning. The building is located on East 7th Street. We have details on how you can help if you're interested on WKYT.com.
Coming up on 5:38 on WKYT this morning, Congress reconvenes tomorrow with Republicans in charge of both the House and Senate. Incoming Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has famously said that he wanted to make President Barack Obama a one-term president. That, of course, didn't happen with Obama being reelected in 2012. So how does McConnell feel now that his legacy as Majority Leader is also tied to President Obama's last years in office?
Both of us came up short. I had hoped to make him a one-term president, and he had hoped to defeat me last fall. I think what the American people are saying is they want us both to still be here. They want us to look for things to agree on and see if we can make some progress for the country.
The House of Representatives will welcome 58 freshmen this week, including 43 Republicans and 15 Democrats, pushing the GOP majority to 246, the most since the Great Depression. In the Senate, 13 new lawmakers will be sworn in, all but one of them Republican, flipping control of the chamber to the GOP with a 54-vote majority. Well, it looks like Democratic gubernatorial candidate Jeff Young is going to need a new running mate. His former running mate, Cherokee Schill, posted on social media that she is dropping her candidacy for lieutenant governor. She posted, quote, "I have chosen to stay true to myself and have removed myself from someone I believe to be a manipulator." End quote. Schill originally pledged to run with Young last month. Candidates have until January 27th to file to run for the 2015 governor's race. All right, a mystery out in Arizona. A bobcat gets stuck in the grill of a car.
Those cats. So let's hope this one had 9 lives. Arizona Game and Fish officials say the bobcat was hit by a car before getting stuck. Amazingly, it did have 9 lives. It survived without being hurt.
Cats can be elusive.
Yes, they can. They're always getting into tight spots, it seems.